whoever it might be, those people who had the opportunity to leave with dignity and were not intelligent enough or for whatever reason didn't, could that happen to you?
No. The answer to the question is this. When people come back, it's usually for money. You know, very rarely will it be for the glory, although it has happened. Would that happen to me? No. I don't believe that I don't believe it's possible for that to happen to me, for me to want to come back for the glory, because I've never been that way geared anyway. People come back for the money. It's a lot of money. Money is such a very important part of our lives in the world today, and that's why people come back. Now, if I can make that money, which I've done, I've actually made, a good amount of money. I've made some good investments. Okay, I'm not going to quit now because it's not the right time. When the right time comes, I will quit. My integrity and my discretion will come to my aid, as it always has done. I don't think Chris Eubank will fall foul to that concept of actually making the mistake of coming back for whatever reason.
Yes, I think pride comes into it too, doesn't it?
Pride. It does if you're an egotistical man. Even though people may laugh at me saying that, my ego is far lesser than a normal man's, that is the fact, and that is the truth. In fact, let me justify that. It's the man who hasn't achieved. It's the person who studies fighting but doesn't actually take part. That's the frustrated fighter. The fighter who actually has taken part, who has actually paid the fighter who has actually paid the price, who has gone through the pain barrier, he doesn't have it to prove. Someone comes up in the street and pushes me, I walk away. I can walk away because I know I can truly fight. I know I'm truly hard. The person who retaliates is the person who is frustrated, the frustrated fighter. I am not that. So pride won't come into it for me. And that's what my discretion says. And I believe that my discretion is right, coupled with, my balance.
Let me just play devil's advocate for one final question.
Sure.
You talk about ego, you say you're not an egotistical man, and I understand the justification for saying that, but people are bound to say, look, we've just seen him out in the street with the truck and going and pressing the flesh with the people in the lanes in Brighton, it's all wonderful stuff, but if that's not an ego trip, surely, it must be. Would you deny that, as an example, the truck is an ego trip, is part of an egotistical demonstration on your part?
Let's say that a truck is part of my ego. What does that have to do with me fighting?
But that's all about which Chris Eubank are we talking about?
Listen, understand, the Chris Eubank who is sober, and is always sober in fact, until he puts himself into that cocoon which protects him at the fight. His mind is switched on. He knows that basically what he's doing is very dangerous, it hurts, and it takes a great deal of strength and determination to actually do it. And his sober mind says that basically when he doesn't have to do it, he will not miss it, because he knows the price he has to pay to get himself into that type of condition, to get ready to go into that cage. So there's a balance here. Is it exciting? Sure it is. Will it be exciting on Saturday? Sure it will be. But the price I've had to pay over the last 4 months, over the last 13 years, do you want to actually keep on paying that price? No, I don't. It's hard to run every morning. It's hard to train every day. It's hard to spar, 3-4 weeks before a fight. It's hard. It hurts. I don't want to have to do this. I have to do it because it's a job of work. And to be successful, you must practice it. When I don't have to, I will not, and I will not miss it. Or I may miss it, But I won't miss the fact that I've got to get myself prepared in the ways of which fighters do. I won't miss the fact that I won't have to go through that, you know, because it hurts. It's not nice. So much better to be fat and merry. That's my attitude.